International Islamic University, Islamabad School, Sahibal Campus, online lectures. This lecture is for grade 6 for the subject of English, unit number 5, which is poem Eximo's Awakening, and lecture number is 8. Today's lecture tasks are sentence structure, alliteration, and poem writing. In this lecture, we will cover the three major portions of the unit number 5, which are sentence structure, alliteration, and poem writing. Students, open your English classwork notebook, write down the index, open the index page, write down serial number, date, and topic. Before we begin with the lecture, students, ensure that you have your English student book, notebook, and your complete stationery with you. Listen to the teacher attentively, mark all the important points said by the teacher, and also note down the points you don't understand, and contact us on WhatsApp through voice note for any query. Students, you have to do your work very neatly and carefully. First of all, you have to draw the margin line, write date and day properly, write down the topic. Then you have to start your work. Now, open the page number 36 of your English student book. Our topic is language, which part is sentence structure. The question is, what part of speech is the underlined word in each sentence? Here 8 sentences are given, and in each sentence a word is underlined. You have to tell about the correct part of speech. Okay, let's read the sentence number 1. Amma called me early this morning. In this word, early is underlined. What does early shows? Early shows the adverb. The second sentence is, every day I ran down to the sea. To is underlined and to shows the preposition. The third one is, Christopher Columbus arrived in the Caribbean in 1492. Columbus is underlined and Columbus shows the noun because it's the name of place. The fourth sentence is, the European wanted the land for themselves. The word themselves is underlined and themselves shows the pronoun. The fifth sentence is, many indigenous people were killed or made into the slaves. The word indigenous means local or original inhabitants, and the word indigenous shows the part of speech adjective because it's a quality of a person. Where does it live? The sixth sentence, the islands had natural resources which were very valuable. The word resources is underlined and it shows the noun. The seventh sentence is, the Europeans brought millions of people from Africa. From word is underlined and from shows the preposition. The eighth sentence is, for nearly 300 years, the Africans worked as slaves. The word 3 is underlined and it shows the adjective. So we covered the third part of the sentence structure. Now comes to the part number 4, which is extension. Here some sentences are given. You have to exaggerate these sentences. What does extension mean? We often add extra detail to sentences. This extra detail in the sentences is called extension. Means you have to do some more phrases, more words in the sentence to make it more interesting, to make it long. You have exaggerated some sentences, some stories to make them interesting. So here is a exercise is given to you. Some sentences you have to also exaggerated these sentences. Let's see. First of all, let's see the example. For example, Eximo and his sister splashed water over their head. Eximo and his sister. Subject. Splashed shows the verb and water shows the object. In this sentence, from Eximos to water, sentence is completed because this sentence contains subject, verb and object. But this sentence is exaggerated, extended by adding some more words like over their heads. So over their heads is extension and the other part of the sentence is the complete sentence. Now comes to the exercise which is present on page number 36. Let's read the first sentence. I saw a ship. Exaggerate this sentence. I saw a ship in the sea. The second sentence is, I was scared. I was scared in the stormy night. The third sentence is I ran to the village. I ran to the village quietly. The fourth sentence is the children were playing. The children were playing in the park. The man was fishing. Now extended it. The men were fishing in the river. The sixth sentence is the women were cooking. The women were cooking tasty meals. The seventh sentence is they landed on the islands. They landed on the island in the snowy morning. The eighth sentence is the sailors climbed the hill. The sailors climbed the hill with great difficulty. Now, the extended words are also completed. You have to come to words, the next topic, which is word study. And the topic alliteration is given in the word study. What does alliteration mean? Alliteration is the repetition of the same consonant sound in a verse or a line. Actually, alliteration is the repetition of consonants in a sentence, in a verse, in a word. Alliteration is when consonant sounds are repeated in words which are close together, like clouds of cloth wings, here, CL. These two words, alphabets are consonants, and these two alphabets are repeated in the same sentence, clouds and cloth. So, clouds CL and cloth CL. These are an alliterated verb. Alliteration can help us to create a mood. Repeated consonants are not always at the beginning of the words. It is not necessary that consonants are repeated are always at the beginning of the words. No, it can also be in the middle of word, at the end of the word. So it doesn't necessary to be at the beginning of the words. For example, she sells by the seashore. In this sentence, the consonant S is repeated and it created a alliteration. Now solve the exercise part which is present on page number 36. The first sentence is we trek through the precarious forest. In this sentence the alphabet T is alliterated. The next sentence is my granny's big warm smile. The consonant S is alliterated. Underline the S. The third sentence, bee is buzzing among bright flowers. In this line, the consonant B is repeated. B is alliterated. So you have to underline the consonant B. Bee is buzzing among bright flowers. The fourth sentence is whispering secrets in the trees. In this sentence, S consonant is also repeated. Whispering S. Now see, the S consonant is coming between the word in whispering, and in cigarettes it comes at the first, and in the word trees it comes at the last. So it is not necessary that the repeated consonants are always at the beginning of the word. Underline the S. Comes to the next sentence, fruits brimming with life. In this sentence, M is repeated. The sixth sentence is high and low, up and down. This sentence is high and low, up and down. In this sentence, no word is alliterated. You have to write it here, none. Now comes to the page number 34. Look at the top of the page. Read the poem Crab March. You have to read this poem, which is Crab March. On full moon nights, the horizon eats up the sea. Blue crabs curiously come up from their holes, amazed, frightened by the wide, empty beach. They scramble and scurry to meet the neap surf. Neap means a low tide. The question number 1 is given. Look for examples of alliteration in the poem. You have to find the alliterated words. Now let's start. The horizon eats up the sea. The S consonant is alliterated. Underline the S. Next line is blue crabs curiously. Here C consonant is repeated. The third one is they scrambled and scurry. In this S is alliterated. Now comes to the writing portion, which is poem. What does poem? Poem is a piece of writing that uses imaginative words to share ideas, emotions, or a story with the reader. In poem, the writer shares his own emotions ideas by creating imaginative scenes, imaginative views. The writing portion is poem. Brainstorm words and phrases connected with crabs. Here are sketches given and some questions are given. You have to tell about these answers and create a poem. Crabs. How do people catch them? People catch crabs by putting gloves on hands. What do crabs do? Crabs catch prey with claws. How do crabs move? Crabs stroll on beach. Where do they live? Crabs live in oceans. Poem on crabs. Crazy crabs walk sideways. What a giddy way to go. Snail slips slide forward and that is very slow. Now it's time to write down your diary. Open diary. Write down date, subject and today's diary. So our today's diary is Do Students Book, page number 37. Question number 2. Write out the alliterative phrases underlining the repeated consonants in each example on your English homework notebook, and you have to also do the workbook page number 20 and 21. Workbook page number 20 and 21. This is end of our lesson. Allah Hafiz.